All right, now for something completely different. Earlier this month, Gutsy, a new docuseries produced by you and your daughter Chelsea, premiered on Apple TV+. And in it, you have these intimate conversations with women of all backgrounds and professions. And you put yourselves in their shoes. It's really fun. In the first episode, you discuss the power of humor and one woman who was very important to both of us, who was never afraid to throw a proverbial punch. Take a look.
You know who I think has made great use of humor on her work at the highest levels, who you know very well, is former Secretary Madeleine Albright, our dear friend.
I must have done fairly well as the first woman Secretary of State, because these days they hardly even consider men for that job.
She mastered the art of literally speaking and making points, often humorous ones, with the pins that she wore. This started after the first Gulf War, when one of Saddam Hussein's henchmen called her a serpent. And so the next time she went to see Saddam Hussein, she wore a big serpent pin, which was an elegant but smart way of making the point. Look, I'm listening and I'm watching. Going to negotiate with the Russians over an anti-ballistic missile treaty, she found a pin in her collection that looked like a missile,
which she just happened to have lying around.
She had so many pins.
As one does.
She used to wear pins just...
What do I have that looks like a nuclear warhead?
One of the Russians said, "Oh, so one of the missiles you have aimed at us?"
Rather pointed.
Exactly. She goes, "No, you just better watch it."
First of all, you are such a great storyteller and you have so many incredible stories. So that's, I mean, I know you interview huge stars and there's so many different types of gutsy women who you interview. But what I'm interested in, what we see here is you, a completely different side of you. You are so relaxed, so funny, so off the cuff, and it's a different side of you. And I wonder if the collaboration with Chelsea is the twinkle in your eye. I just recently collaborated with my daughter on something for Know Your Value, and I'm still flying high. But you really come out in this in a very different, fun, not that you're not fun, but
I was gonna say.
Fabulous. Yeah. But rich, robust storytelling and joy. What was it about this series that you enjoyed so much? Was it working with your daughter?
Oh, Mika, I think it was the most important reason. It was such an incredible experience to spend all that time with my grown-up daughter, the mother of my three wonderful grandchildren. And, you know, we did this during COVID, and they were living with us anyway. So it just became an amazing adventure together. And the other thing, I suppose, is that I did get pretty far outside my usual comfort zone because I'd never been on that side of the camera, which you know much more about. But I loved hearing about the stories from the women that we highlight. And as you say, some are very famous, some not so, but you're going to be so entranced by who they are and what they have overcome. And it just made me so happy that I could use the platform I have to shine this light on these women who I think are incredibly brave in their own ways. And I hope the audience will say, hey, I can relate to that. Or, you know, that helps me think through how to be gutsier, because at the end of the day, I think we all have those moments in our lives when we have to step up and make gutsy decisions. And we all have lots to learn from each other if we listen.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
And let me just say, Mika,
yeah.
I didn't need an Apple Plus series to know that the secretary is fabulous and fun.
No, we've definitely seen so many sides of her on the campaign trail, but this is really different.
Yes,
and I think it's the Chelsea factor.
Well, and Mika, I think you're absolutely right. Look, when you're on a tightrope like I was, the first woman running for president. I mean, it is so, overwhelming. And, you're trying so hard because you know that you're representing so many people, their hopes and their dreams, and you don't want to mess up. I mean, it is a totally different circumstance than, hanging out, going canoeing down a river with a former white supremacist, or making acorn soup with an amazing, Native American judge, or watching my daughter hold the hose with the women firefighters from the Fire Department of New York. I mean, I understand that because I was so focused on trying to do the best job I could do, being the first woman with a real chance to become our first woman president. Yeah, I mean, was I fun, loose, and, having a good time all the time? No, I was really serious when I was warning people about what might happen. It wasn't a lot of fun to say, hello, people, wake up. This man is really dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Cece understands what I'm saying.
I know
Joe?
she does. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, thank you so much.
Really nice to see you.
And thank you. And we can't wait to hear all the great things that come out of CGI this weekend.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Take care now.